I'm Jazz. I'm here with New Jersey Gossip with.
KIAMO.
And I fucked up after because what do I say? Hi, I'm Jazz. I'm here with New Jersey Gossip with.
KIAMO.
What first made you want to do music?
Um, I was about 5 years old, and I just fell in love with it. I loved, some of my favorite rappers growing up was like 50 Cent, Nas, DMX, Big Pun. That essence of rap. And I remember one time I was playing Pop Warner football. I was at football practice. My father found my little notebook. And he said, "Damn, this boy cursed like Ice Cube." You know what I'm saying? I used to like to do as a kid, because I didn't know how to rap. We 5 years old, 6 years old, you ain't really know. One of the illest movies was 8 Mile. I remember I used to write the lyrics when Eminem was battling. I wrote them down and I just said, "Yo, I want to be a rapper." You know what I'm saying? That movie came out when I was in second grade, so stuff like that inspired me, DMX, and just seeing the whole, bike life. And then when I hit 7th, 8th grade, I started seeing, a lot of dudes from the neighborhood rapping and capitalizing on things they were doing. And I said, you know what, I want to do it. I want to pursue it. And then when I turned 15, I took it a little bit serious, a little bit, and then my name started getting around the neighborhood. Yeah, it just go from there. That's what really did it for me. I started at 15. Then when my grandmother died, I said, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. And I just been dedicated ever since.
What does rap mean to you as a person?
It's my life. It saved me. It's therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been times, a lot of people need outlets in their life, and rap is my outlet. Music is my outlet. Not just about my life, you know what I mean? But, like, where I come from. I just don't rap. I tell my story, but I also speak for others. You know what I mean? Like, I really grew up here, like, born and raised, Passaic, New Jersey, and this is, my purpose is always deeper than rap. You know what I mean? So, like, when I'm rapping, and people want for you to really understand where I'm from, you really gotta come to where I'm from. And sometimes it's like when you heard like Nas and you felt like when he rapped, he spoke to the world, but he brought you to his world in Queensbridge. When 50 rapped, he brought you to Southside Jamaica, Queens, and their neighborhood, and Kendrick Lamar and Compton. So that's what my music did. You know what I mean? It made you think like, what's Passaic like? And then when you come, he's like, oh snap, like it's like that, the different cultures, different people here and everything, because I'm half Spanish as well. So you get the chance to I really embrace that.
What's your ethnicity?
I'm half Dominican.
I know that we're calling you Kaimo, but is that your actual name?
Nah, my real name Malcolm. Like a lot of people from the neighborhood call me Malk. You know what I mean? And when I first started, one of my rap names was Soda American Dream. Soda American Dream.
Where did that name come from?
I was watching. I used to say like soul was like an artist that I speak from the soul. I speak from the heart. I speak with passion. I spoke from like people that are no longer here and like my friends. So it's like I carry their soul with me whenever I'm writing or whatever. And the American dream is basically like, who don't want the American dream? And then when I mean the American dream, it don't have to be a big house or whatever. It's what it means to you. You know what I'm saying? One thing my grandfather always told me that, people describe rich different ways. And one thing my grandfather said is he's rich already because he has family. So that could be the American dream to you. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say your American dream is?
Seeing that there's hope and inspiration where I'm from, that there's able to create dynamics, and there's hope to where I'm from Passaic, New Jersey, that where kids have outlets to do something, where kids have outlets to be a videographer, or they want to submit their demo somewhere, or just be heard, just be seen, you know what I mean? And that goes for anybody. You don't just got to be an artist, but just to be heard and be seen, and being able to captivate and take their, brand and who they are to the next level, that means everything to me. You know what I mean? I feel like you save one person's life, they could save 5 more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm about where I'm from, for real.
What made you change your name?
I feel like Soda American Dream was like a young kid, and I was just rapping. Like I was just, just like a rap. You know what I mean? Like rap, just that kick a rap. When I turned to KIAMO at 25, I felt like that was more of a grown man. That was more of like, CEO level of like a next level I'm taking in my career. And I felt like also Soda American Dream is a long name, you know what I'm saying? And KIAMO is really strong, and it has more of a meaning to it, because that's who my grandfather's name was KIAMO. So for me to carry that, I wanted to carry that legacy in his name for the things that he done, and everybody that knew the original KIAMO for, you know what I'm saying? And me carrying it in a whole nother light to the generation that don't know that name.
Who besides yourself is your favorite New Jersey artist?
There's ton, you know what I mean? There's ton of artists from Jersey. There's ton of great producers. There's ton of great, you know, videographers and stuff like that. It's hard to just say my top favorite. Like you could say your top, successful people. You could say the Lauryn Hills. You could say the Redmans. You could say the Fetty Waps. You could say the Albie Owls. You could say all these artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard. You got SZA that's from Jersey. There's just so many while I'm in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. That's hard for me to say. You know what I mean?
You got a top three?
Top three from Jersey. I could say Redman, Albie Owl. You gotta respect, of course you want to say the Lauryn Hills and everything, but you gotta respect the work Fetty did and the whole thing that, the movement that was created and what it was able to do in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's something that wasn't seen coming from where we come from, definitely with the social media era and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you just gotta respect it, and you gotta just, and that's one thing I always say, like some people don't have to. There's people that say LeBron James, Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? But you got to respect what LeBron done for the game. You got to respect what these artists done for the game in them ways, you know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite food spot in New Jersey?
Ooh, there's a couple. We talking burgers.
What's your favorite kind of food?
I'm the pickiest eater in America, I'll tell you that much. I promise you, I don't eat mayonnaise, I don't eat cheese. Ain't nobody pickier than me. So everybody that's watching it that know me know I'm the pickiest eater. But I love, when it comes to burgers, you got two spots. You got Burger Strauss, it's my Uncle Edwin's spot. They in Clifton and they're in Rutherford. You have Jam Burger. My favorite Spanish spot is Puto Field. I love Puto Field. That's right there on Monroe Street. Yeah, I could really tell you that. Chinese store, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to tell you. You know what I mean? We got P, we got Fly Guy Cook. That's one of my favorite breakfast spots. You know what I mean? He got the best wings in North Jersey. I'm telling you that right now. Everybody's saying it. Co-signed by KIAMO. P, Fly Guy Cook got the best wings. Over 30 different flavors. My favorite? I'm simple, so I like the Buffalo Mild. Like, I'm simple, but he put me on the garlic palm. I'm a picky eater, so he said, yo, you gotta try the garlic palm. I'm like, oh, I'm picky. I tried it, fell in love. Like, y'all go stop at P's Wings and tell them KIAMO sent you. And whatever y'all buy is on me. Word is on.
Do you think New Jersey supports New Jersey?
Absolutely. It gotta be felt. It gotta feel real. You know what I'm saying? That's like with anything. If people can feel like the community is involved in some way, they're gonna love you and they're gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? That's the big thing in life, period. Like, you want the community to feel involved. You want the people to feel like, yo, we were there. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? So I never had no problem. My community, Passaic, stands up for KIAMO. Jersey, the people that I know in Jersey, respect and stand up for KIAMO. That's without a doubt.
What's your favorite song you did?
I gotta say, Bishop. In the first verse of Bishop, I really broke down my city. I perform Bishop at every show still, and it rings off.
First verse?
Wanna know where I'm from? Got $1 and a dream, then you consider the bum. Talk toast while I'm bread, but you settle for crumbs. Wanna know how I feel? My feelings are numb. Martin tried to be a king, yeah, he died for that crown. I'm from a city, but the feds call it a 4-part town. Gray skies chalk it up. Wanna hear about killings? If they crack down the buildings, they gon' hear about millions. 13 brothers be wildin', so free Shoddy. Hood tapes, free peso and rep Gotti. For his whole life, young and feeling like he Ali. My city like the Wire, your city like the Cosbys. Lawyer can't clean it up, you know it's getting messy. Kids here starving, so sincere, here they belly. No comprende, the baby he need leche. You writing up an essay while I'm chilling with an essay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That was tough. That was fire. For any new artists starting, do you have a message or anything you would like to say to them?
Know who you are, love who you are, embrace who you are, stay consistent, believe in yourself, and have faith that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And dark times don't last forever. You can go through the darkest moment in your life in any aspect, whatever it is, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. If you learn to love yourself, you learn to embrace yourself, and do what you got to do, and pray, God got you. And as long as you know you got you, just know where you headed.
If you could talk to your younger self or like say anything to your younger self, what would it be?
Keep doing what you're doing, Malk. It will eventually, the world's going to hear you. And if they not listening, eventually they're going to listen. So keep doing what you do no matter how long it takes. And keep having the heart, keep having the mind, keep having the passion that you have. And it may not, and one of my favorite quotes is, Rome wasn't built in a day. So keep taking that brick, keep taking it one step at a time, and your life is going to elevate. And, keep having the heart you have, regardless of people appreciate it or they don't, because eventually it's gonna happen. And you're doing great.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. Thank you so much for inviting us. And thank you so much for hosting the Thanksgiving Give Back.
Thank you so much. Shout out to New Jersey Gossip. And you already know we got something bigger even planned. We got Christmas happening. So shout out to y'all and thank y'all for coming through.